Welcome to everyone. Well, first of all, warm welcome to all of our speakers that joined us for today, and also warm welcome to all of the guests who are listening in, everyone who has joined us in the webinar session itself, and also all of those who are streaming via Facebook. I would like to welcome you to the second chapter of the Resilient Public Spaces webinar series. And my name is Katharina. I'm from Vienna. I'm working at an architecture and urbanism studio here in the capital of Austria. And we are currently engaged in a very exciting project, the Participatory Urban Design Project. I will tell you a little bit about it. And in the frame of this project, we thought it would be very great to bring together experts and practitioners from the fields of urban studies from different regions of the world. And in this case, the focus is on Asia, Latin America, and Africa, because these are the countries we're working in with our project, to talk about different topics related to the creation of resilient public spaces in cities. We have made different analysis during our projects, and we came across several topics that are relevant or that are challenges basically in all urban contexts that we have encountered. And we decided these 7 topics to be the topics of our webinar series. So as you can tell, we will have 7 webinars on 7 different topics. And my colleague Milagros Hurtig, who is developing this webinar series with us, will tell you more about it soon. But before we dive more into the materials, I would like to ask Milagros also to start a poll, because we are very interested to know who is here with us and how we reach out to the different continents that we want to address. So if you can start the poll, everyone who is there can just give us a quick answer where you're from, and it will be exciting for us to see this. Yes, there it is. So I was already mentioning that we're working on a project. It's called Participatory Urban Design Consultancy for the World Bank. And in this project, we're focusing on the one hand on participatory urban design, which is very important to elevate the human dimension of the city and to actively engage communities in the creation of their urban environments. And on the other hand, the focus of this consultancy is on public space, and to create public spaces for all, because the public spaces for the people are the public spaces for all in the cities contribute to health and vibrancy of our urban life. In this project, we are working on 3 different continents, as I've already mentioned, in 3 different cities. We started in Dhaka, in Bangladesh. The second city that we started working in is Maputo in Mozambique. And the third city is Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. And at the end of this webinar, this chapter, we are also going to reflect everything that we have heard in this local context with our local partners. And our idea of this webinar series is, while we always discuss a different topic, we also want to give you a glimpse into what is going on into our projects at the moment. And last week, actually, we had 2 very exciting workshops going on in Dhaka. And I would like to invite my dear colleague, Mohammed Sheikh Rezwan, to briefly talk about these 2 workshops that were taking place in Dhaka last week. Welcome, Rezwan, and the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. Hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm Sheikh Mohammed Rezwan, working as a faculty at Daffodil University and also working with Supervision as a team leader of this project. And the Daffodil University is also the academic partner of this university. So In the last week, we actually had 2 workshops. It's just on the 10th and 11th of December. And December is the month of victory for us. So I also wish all of the attendees happy Victory Day. It is tomorrow for Bangladesh. So we are going to celebrate these events. And also, fortunately, we ended these workshops and made some wonderful initiatives in the site, which will be used tomorrow for some celebration purpose also, which is nice. So this is actually the Shahjahanpur Jheel, or the canal in Dhaka city, where we are currently working on. And as you can see, it is within a densely populated residential neighborhood, and the water quality and the surrounding public space development is very poor. So we worked on, we are working on co-creation workshops, and the last 2 activities was design build workshop, and the art wall activity, and the exhibition of what we did. We want to share with others who couldn't join with our workshop, so that they can also share their feedback. So this is the image of design build workshop. And as you can see that when we started to work in the site, so with the community, we at first asked them what kind of seating place they want, and what can be the intervention in terms of designing the seating spaces. It is for a temporary purpose because the work will start soon. The development work from the Dhaka South City Corporation, who is the client of this project, they will start working at this site very soon. But before that, how we can involve the community in design. So this is an extended workshop process where we, with the help of the students of the Daffodil University as a volunteer, and the community as a active member who is giving feedback, like what kind of sitting place or sitting space they want. So as you can see that a woman came with her 2 children, and sharing with us like what kind of sitting space she wants, and what the social issues can generate or can create if we design the sitting space in a way. So this is interesting feedback for these students, and based on several feedbacks from the community, the design gradually changed. Like as you can see, the just below the tree, this was our previous ideas of what can be done as an intervention. So it was done as a mock-up so that they can comment, and they can tell us what does they think about this furniture. So there is quite a feedback like, okay, you do this for only a group kind of activity. So what if I come with my children and want to see alone, only 2 people? So what can be for my children also? It is for some specific group of people, what you have already provided here as a mock-up. So in this way, we generated this kind of discussion. So this is the discussion, like a group is working with the tire, because the children are having no place for their playing activities. So we used tire, I painted that and hang with this mango tree. So this is the image of that. So yes, for the next image, please. This is another work which is very interesting. It's the art wall. We invited the local children to share their future vision of the Jheel, how they want to see the Jheel or the canal side, what elements they want to see beside this canal. So at first they draw it in paper, and with the help of an expert who is actually having the finance background from our university, the teacher converted some elements from each of the painting into this wall, and they painted by their own. So as you can see, it is kind of a public display also, because a lot of people are walking and they're seeing what is happening in there. And it's a very interesting that some children are telling they want tree house in the tree, which was not previously mentioned by anyone. So we also had different kind of new elements for the design through this kind of engagement. And though the session was supposed to end after 2.5 hours, but they actively worked for 5 hours long. We couldn't take them away from that, because they like the drawing in the wall so much that they always draw in their sketchbook. But having a big canvas at the city scale, it is quite astonishing for them, and it was a very nice moment for us. It is that image. and we painted like almost 40 feet long wall within 5 hours with the painting. So this is the final look of the furniture. We took very easy material in a way that that can be cut down and put into place very easily. So we use the bamboo and wood as the material, and as you can see, the sitting beside the tree was our initial idea, and how with the engagement of the community, some elements were added, like some separate part where he can sit alone or with his children, and some elements for children also, so sloping side and others. This is the last event, like sharing our exhibition and having more feedback from the community. So we displayed output of each workshops on the site. All the exhibition materials are actually the workshop output with some major findings from the workshop that is highlighted, and the language is Bengali. That is very important because we don't want to communicate with them in English language. No one will give any feedback because Bengali is our main language. So we converted all findings into Bengali and displayed it. And it was kind of all time people are going there and giving their feedback. And also, though the exhibition was supposed to end for one day, the local ward councillor and the community members, they told us, okay, keep it till the victory day, because we want to make this as a to reach more people. So these are the kind of the crowd, the team member, the local ward councillor, the representative from the South City Corporation, and you can still see the children. They are very enthusiastic. They came for the exhibition and the opening of the exhibition also. So this was the kind of activity happened last week. And yeah, thank you. We may discuss about it later on.
Thank you so much for this update, Rizwan, and thank you so much for organizing and carrying this through on the ground, that you're also on this picture.